Hey guys, so we are back at the Mecca Ultimate Fitness in Birmingham. We are here to smash a leg workout, something I love to hate. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do as an older natural athlete to train legs and get stimulation, but be able to recover and grow muscle at the same time. As a minimum, guys, if you're stuck in a rush, you want to do probably 3 things or 4 things ahead of any leg workout. One is open up your hips. So that weird looking movement where you sit in what's called a pigeon and switch from side to side. That's called a 90-90. So you can go on YouTube and look that up. That'll open up your hips. It takes about 20 seconds. Second thing is you want to open up your groin. So I'll do a frog stretch, you'll see that. And you don't want to stay in a static stretch pre-workout. You want to pulse in and out. So what I do is I go to full stretch for 2 seconds, release, go to full stretch for 2 seconds, release, and I'm looking at probably 5 to 10 reps of that stretch. The third thing is open up your hip flexor. So you'll see that I'll put my foot up against the wall and get into a lunge position and then push through with the hip flexor. And the fourth thing is probably just something for your abs and stabilization. So what I'll do is, I've forgotten the name of it, but you'll see when I put my arm and my leg up on one side and my arm and my leg up on the other side, that's just gonna activate my whole core and my lower back. So rather than going into leg workouts where you haven't done any activation, you're protecting yourself. So if you don't have time, even if you're young, at the minimum, just hit those 4 movements for say 5 to 10 minutes and you're good to go. First exercise, guys, seated calf raise. I actually prefer this one to the one at Elite because it's got a flat foot platform, it's a hammer strength. The one at Elite's Life Fitness, which I know is owned by Hammer Strength. However, it's just slightly different. So I'm right up at the top range in terms of what I can do. The progression probably is only 1 or 2 reps each week. But this exercise works, so it's not about variability. It's just about getting a good warm up, having a full range of motion, ensuring the rep cadence is as per Cal's request, and trying to get 1 or 2 extra reps on every set. Straight away I can see I did 90 for 9 in my last workout. So I'm going to put 90 kilos on seated calf raise, try and hit 10 reps. Fucking hell, 12 reps. That's one good example of set your goals, even financial goals, but don't let them be where you stop. Like I wanted 10, I got 12. That's the whole point. Don't fixate on a position, that's your destination. But if you can go further than your destination or get to your destination quicker under control, then do it. Timer's on, guys. One thing I learned actually from my buddy Ben Holden of My Coach School this week, he's got this little timer, puts it on his desk. He says, I'm gonna do this for this time. You turn it, it sets the time. And I didn't really understand what the benefit of this is. But he basically said, look, it's on your desk and it's counting down. So you end up getting he ends up getting about twice as much done in the same time. If he thinks about going on his phone or task shifting or procrastinating, this thing is in the corner blinking at you, counting down all the time. So you're just reminded not to waste your own time. Fucking come on. I don't know what it is today. I've got 10 reps instead of 6 last week. Just feels so strong. Like I have to go back after this session when I get home and just really try and work through the last week to understand why. Sometimes you'll have those days, but I don't think I've had one of these days where I felt this strong compared to a previous week since I started my programming. So, happy days. Cal said 75% top loaded, 25% middle for a general workout. So let's try and do some maths. All right, 10, 20, 30, 50 on the top and 20 on the bottom. So if we've got 50 on the top and 20 on the bottom, let's do the calculation. And who said bodybuilders were not intelligent? 50 plus 20 is 70. I can't believe I just did 50 plus 20 is 70 on a calculator on video. And you're not going to cut that out, are you? 50 divided by 70 is 71%. So we now got 71% on the top and 29% on the bottom, which is like roughly, I think, in line. Close enough. Close enough, yeah. Close enough. Savage. 70 for 15. Last week we got 55 for 15. So bang on, perfect. This is pivot press or isometric leg press. I switched to this because I reached a point with weight on the hip press where I couldn't really load any more weight on. That's the honest truth. And I was hitting 15 to 20 reps with 240 kilos. I had to band the weight on. I mean, I could have added bands and I could have done other things, but I felt massive amount of weight going through my joints. And I tried this one day. I felt like it was more focused on my quads. So we've come over here and we're going to run a block with this. So let's get into it. My chatting shit and giving advice sort of tails off as the workout carries on, because my feeling sick increases as my ability to talk decreases. Hey, Lee, do me a favor, mate. Just count those weights on there. How much is on there? 220. Yeah, so actually, because I can't count, I did 200 for 12 last week. I thought I put 220 on and made myself get 12. I actually did 220. So 220 for 12 is a 10% increase all around, which today is just crazy. It's crazy. Focus on why we're doing it. So one analogy between the program I'm following, written for me, for my specific areas that I need to develop, and say business coaching. I've been thinking about this a lot this week. When I trained yesterday with my good buddy Ben, I did loads of movement for back. That's what I need, and back width, and hardly any for chest. And he basically did the opposite. So if you think about that from a coaching perspective, I've got a big problem with cookie cutter coaching programs designed to get you from 10 to 100K a month, and you're put in this big group with everyone else getting exactly the same advice. But actually your business is totally unique. Your business will have different challenges to the next business, to the next business, to the next business. So how does it help you getting the same advice as 100 other people and then executing the same strategy as 100 other people? How does that help you differentiate yourself from your competition? This is what I hate. I gotta go downstairs to do lunges, which will fuck me up even more. And then I've got to come back upstairs to do a set of V squats and then go back downstairs to do adductors. Happy days. Just put some dumbbells upstairs, Simon. So with this, we've got lunges. Last time was 60 for 9. So This time, I don't fancy doing 10, I'd rather go back down to 8, so we'll try 65 kilos for 8. But I'm starting to get to the point where I need something to balance off to get going. Otherwise, I'm gonna fall over. So let's see how it goes. I'm getting closer to AJ Morris, who actually I spoke to in the DMs a few weeks back, so got so much respect for him. He's pretty much one of, or the goats of natural bodybuilding. And it was him setting the bar at 75 kilos for a single leg lunge that gave me the vision to work towards, which means every time I come to lunges, I don't think about anything else other than AJ banging out 75s. These are the only 65s, so we've got to get them back over there. Savage. Fuck me. Eight reps, 65. Now, I'm sure those of you that are watching, feel free to comment on how shit my form is, but I'm preferred to lose a bit of form and then build that back in than expect to just bang out perfect form every time. Sometimes you just gotta move some heavy ass weights. I'd like to go straight in, but my heart rate, I think it's such a shock to my system to do that. It's taking a long time for my heart rate to come down, so as soon as my heart rate's down, I'll get back on and then try and wrap up, because I want to get my workout done in 60 minutes here, and we're on 65 minutes. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets left to do, so So V squat, final thing, lightweight, slow on the way down, hamstrings to calves to really stretch the quad. And for me, I want as much sweep as possible, so I want the quad to stick out from the side, because when I competed, although 20 years ago, my legs were bigger than the other competitors, but they still need more sweep, more shape. And it might be down to condition, but what I'm focusing on is keep my legs narrow, keep them really low on the platform, and then try and keep a good rep cadence. So I think halfway through this workout, I stopped telling you what I was doing. So in the description, I'll put the full workout. And if you have lagging hamstrings and calves, and you're an older athlete, I recommend just giving the exact workout a try. Come on, fucking come on. Oh, fuck, shit. Stuck at the bottom. Thanks for filming my graceful exit, Lee. Appreciate that, buddy. That's what we call failure, folks. this is my favorite bit of the workout, primarily because you know you've got all your heavy lifts out of the way, you've only got 3 sets left, and as soon as I think mentally you acknowledge that, you start to get that endorphin rush. If you work out, you know what I mean. Like, have a good workout, it just feels amazing for the whole rest of the day. So it's like a drug, I guess. Well, it is a drug, it's endorphins. But this is my favorite bit. So if you're watching this, drop me in the comments, what's your favorite bit of the workout? Is it the hardest set? Is it afterwards? Is it just before when you're getting pumped up in the car listening to your music and the pre-workout hits? Hit me up in the comments and let me know. So guys, we just wrapped up legs at Ultimate Fitness. Unreal workout, hit PBs in almost everything. And I realized today that in certain exercises, my strength has gone up by 300%. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a like. Look, we're getting so many views without people subscribing. So do me a favor, the content's only gonna get better from here. So if you enjoyed it, go and hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.